Okay. All right. Hi, y'all. Of course, it starts to get windy when I'm trying to record. There was no wind, and now there's wind. I'm just over it at this point. I'm over it. And I'm pissed off because my cards are going to start flying away. Anyways, I don't know if y'all can hear me, but what's good? What's good in the flesh? Okay. I know I've been gone for so long. It's because y'all, I've been trying to get my life together. I've been working. I've been trying to get my life together, and I'm sorry, but that's always gonna be my first priority. Um, yeah. But we got a lot to cover today. Okay, we got a lot to cover today. And first I'm gonna do Cuba. Okay. Because if some of y'all do not know, there's a power outage in Cuba because they have no oil and they were sanctioned by the US government. And we're just gonna see like what the outcome is with that, you know. Um my heart goes out to the people in Cuba affected by the war going on in Iran. My first question is, oh shit, okay. My first question is, what is the news hiding from us about the Cuba power outage and sanction? What is the US news hiding from us when it comes to the Cuba power outage and sanction? Sorry, I gotta shuffle one more time. I mean, I'm sorry, I just like to shuffle. I like to shuffle. So I gotta shuffle it like multiple times, period. And it might get dark, y'all, because I was doing laundry, and I'm not gonna lie, I could have done it this morning, but I didn't feel like it. I was like, let me get my ass up and do these readings, because I'm not gonna be able to do it for the rest of the week if I don't do it today, because I'm gonna be busy. Okay, what is the news hiding from? What is the U.S. news hiding from us about the Cuba power outage and sanction? Okay, I'm gonna shuffle one more time, one more time, one more time. Sorry. Okay, I feel like shuffling one more time. Just one more time. Okay, spirit said until like I feel like I should stop. Okay. Sorry y'all. Because with these, and let me tell y'all something. I gotta go with my gut when I have to stop shuffling, because with these, I can't like shuffle like do. Like I actually have to pull from the top because they're so big. So the spirit is telling me to shuffle for as long as I need to, then yeah, I'm gonna do it. Sorry. I was actually thinking about putting timestamps on this one, so I might put the timestamp and you could just skip to the actual reading. I don't know. I usually don't put timestamps on my live streams, and you know, YouTube told me I should, but I'm just like, nah. If you really fuck with me like that, then you will listen to me ramble. Okay. Two more. Or three more. Three more. Alright. Alright. So my question is, What is the news hiding from? What is the U.S. news hiding from us about the Cuba power outage and sanction? We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the King of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Strength card. And we have the Four of Pentacles. I feel the urge to keep pulling, so I'm going to keep pulling. Sorry. 1 second. Here's Donald Trump. I'll tell you that much. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the World card. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Page of Cups. Well, what are they hiding? Well, I don't watch the news, okay? So I don't watch the news. I usually get my news from like Instagram or Reddit or YouTube and like, yeah, in blogs mostly. I don't have cable, so I don't watch the news. So y'all correct me if I'm wrong, right? But what they're hiding is, I feel like there's some parts of Cuba that Donald Trump is eyeing, but it doesn't look like these parts of Cuba are affected though. I feel like the parts that are affected are kind of interconnected with the parts that are not affected. I did read on Google that they say that not all parts of Cuba are experiencing a power outage, and I think that's very strategic. I think that he's directly attacking Cuba, and I think it is to take it. Um, I think he did say that out of his own mouth. I don't think that is necessarily hiding it per se, but I think that he's trying to take it. And I honestly think that he's keeping them from receiving help because he wants it. He wants to take it, y'all. He wants to take it. That's the ultimate goal. Um, and honestly, I feel like this whole bombing Iran thing was a strategic move to kind of conquer other countries. And do I think that he targeted Iran to purposely try to conquer Cuba? No. But I think that he realized very soon that bombing Iran caused a domino effect in a way. And y'all, he's just going with it. He's just going with it. And I honestly feel like what the news isn't saying is, first off, I think some parts of Cuba, right? Some parts of Cuba are not experiencing a power outage. However, in Cuba, Ben had no money, y'all. Cuba Ben had no money. Cuba Ben like is it considered like a third world country? Is Cuba considered a third world country? Cuba Ben was struggling, and honestly, he kind of put the country out of, not put it out of its misery. It's more so like y'all were struggling anyway, and it's like it's kind of like causing a problem and then sweeping in to try and be the like the solution. You know what I'm saying? It's like order out of chaos sort of thing. It's like y'all, he's trying to take the country, and then he's trying to be the solution. He caused the problem, and now he's trying to be the solution. But let me tell you something: the people in Cuba, they're not falling for that shit. They're standing their ground. Some of them are gonna get desperate and be like, oh yeah, like we need power, we need food, we need doctors, we need this, we need that. But for a good majority of them are kind of on the fence, y'all, about taking this help, because it's almost as if like Donald Trump is gonna bribe them. It's odd. Will they get their power back? Will Cuba get will Cuba like Sorry, y'all. That was an Amber Alert. Will Cuba get their power back? The Two of Swords, Eight of Wands. Yes, they will. But it's gonna take some time. I would say it's probably gonna take like 2 months. But yeah, they are gonna receive help. They are gonna receive help with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. And it could be, it's not from the US though. I don't think so. It's from a different country. Ooh. Y'all, I don't know what country this is. It could be a Europe country. Because, you know, I don't know. These flowers right here on this card. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. It gives like Norway vibes, gives Europe vibes, it gives, you know, gives Netherlands, it gives that. Y'all, let me say something. And that's actually gonna be my next question. Is the US gonna receive their karma? Because it's very much so giving these countries gonna come together and they gonna shank us, y'all. Listen, I pray that I'm not here when it happens. I pray that I'm not here when it happens, because please, I didn't do it. I done nothing. Will the US get their karma for the Cuba situation? We got the Two of Swords. We got the Five of Cups. We got the Seven of Wands. We got the High Priestess. We got the Page of Wands. We got the Ten. Spirit is saying yes, but I feel like it has something to do with like I feel like it has something to do with government though. I think that, okay, you know how they say Trump is the Antichrist? I feel like they're gonna put certain people are gonna come into power that makes our life a living hell, like Trump has. You get what I'm saying? It's like it's more so talking about like hierarchy, and also I do think that there is going to be a lot of bloodshed when it comes to the US. Like a lot of things are going to be ending. Like it could have something to do with like government assisted programs. It's, when it comes to karma, it's more so attacking like the government, you know? And also I do see fighting amongst the citizens. And also I think like people like going crazy, like spiritual warfare more so. Like more killings, more shootings, more like people going crazy and raising havoc, y'all. That's the karma. And also when it comes to like government, like having like people who are just destructive in power. Does that make sense? Well, I kind of want to get out of this energy, low-key. Do I have any more questions for that? Okay, I don't. This is my last one. Okay, next one is going to be the dude wearing the mask that went viral on Fox News. Now his name is Robert Harward. His name is Robert Harward, and apparently he used to be a Navy SEAL. And I don't know why he was on the Fox News, honey, but they said that he was wearing like a mask, a prosthetic mask. So I'm gonna ask, was he wearing a prosthetic mask? But first, I'm gonna ask, what was the energy prior to him being on air? So, Spirit. What was the energy of Robert Harward, the one wearing the mask on Fox News? What was his energy? What was the energy prior to being on air that day and wearing the mask? We have Passion, Gomez, Adams. We have Noticing Patterns, Wednesday's Detective Board. We have Solitude, a Raven. The Psychic Skeptic, Wednesday. Y'all, something weird is definitely going on. And I feel like, and we have a Telltale, the Poke Up Trophy. I never get this card. I never get this card. Weird. And then we have Wednesday's Necklace, Flip Your Perspective. Hold on. Let me let me ask one thing. Hold on. Was he wearing a mask? Was Robert Howard wearing a mask? Y'all, okay. Spirit is saying that I don't think he was wearing a mask. I think that they edited that they edited his interview. And I don't know, I don't watch Fox News. Again, like I said before in the video, I don't have cable. I don't watch the news. But I don't know if they say that their broadcasting is live. I don't think this was live. I don't. I don't think he was wearing a mask. And if anything, I think that this was fake. And whatever purpose that they for whatever reason they did this, they were successful. They got the reaction that they wanted. They were trying to see how people reacted to this, honestly. They were trying to see how you guys were going to react. And you gave them the reaction that they wanted. They wanted to see if you were paying attention. They wanted to see if you were paying attention. This whole Howard thingy, it was an experiment. If he was wearing a mask, which I don't think he was, but if he was wearing a mask, he could have been. It was to get you guys to pay, like, see how you would react, see if you would catch it, basically. Why though? That's weird. Oh yeah, and that was gonna be my next question too. How did they expect us to react? Why were they trying to see our reaction through the, what is it, the Robert Howard? We have the Hermit and we have the Eight of Swords. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Four of Swords. Y'all, I think that they did this because, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even understand what this is saying. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm hella confused right now. I am. Y'all, I swear, usually I know how to read cards, but I don't know what's going on. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm stunted. I don't know. This honestly, okay, I'll just tell you what I'm feeling. Like I'll go with my gut. I honestly feel like they did this to distract us, like because we have the Eight of Swords here, and we have the Knight of Swords, and then we have the Lovers. It's like it served for different purposes. Like it's kind of like an experiment. Like when someone conducts an experiment, they're trying to answer a question, right? They want to see how you react. It's like, but they expected different things. Like they expected some people to fight, they expected also okay. Okay, now it's coming to me. They were trying to target a specific group, and I think it's like the conspiracy people and the spiritual people. I think they caused this because they were trying to see like what type of conversations y'all be having, like when it comes to like the spirit, the spiritual forums and the conspiracy theory forums. Um, they wanted to collect data on a specific group of people, and I think it's those people, and they wanted to see what they were gonna say about it because y'all, they constantly study us to try and regulate certain things. They're trying to figure out, oh, what can we do to shut this down? What can we do to regulate a certain group? You know what, y'all? They've been trying to. I want to briefly say something. I'm a different type of reader, right? Like I like to do different type of content, and I wanted to get on here and explain to you guys. And some people had even asked me, like, you say you hear stuff, how do you hear it? And you say you can see stuff, like how? Like how? And I'm like, I'm not a gatekeeper. Like I'd be more than happy to tell you, how I can hear stuff per se, but Spirit told me not to because the spiritual community, especially tarot readers and all that, are watched heavily, heavily. And propaganda is constantly pushed out about us because it's a community that they cannot control or regulate. And constantly, readers are being watched to collect data to by whoever, by the powers that be, to try and get an understanding, to try and get a feel. How do you do it, right? And Spirit was saying, like, no, you shouldn't do videos like that because you're giving your power away. And I'm just like, yeah. I mean, but I can explain to y'all, like, like, I can explain to you, like, oh, like I've said this a million times on my channel. Like, sometimes I could just look at somebody and tell, just like I could just look at them and tell, like, oh, like you ain't shit, right? I could say that, but like it actually get into the details as to how I can hear things and things like that. Oh no. Spirit said, hell no. No. I mean, you can, but you got to accept the consequences that come along with it, So that's basically the point that I'm trying to make or what I see in the cards. Okay. The next one, my next question was, how did they expect us to react to Robert Harward wearing a mask on Fox News? How did they expect us to react? The Page of Pentacles. They expected us to point it out, but y'all wasn't they expected y'all to be like oh, Satan worshiping ass, child eating ass, y'all was a lot more tame than they thought. Y'all were a lot more tame than they thought y'all was finna be. Child predator ass, like y'all, they was expecting y'all to go in. It is giving y'all didn't go in. I mean, y'all pointed it out, but y'all didn't go in. Y'all just thought, that was odd. But see, here's the thing, right? They don't overexpose us to people wearing masks. I mean, there's a few like, people out there talking about it, like, oh, lizard people and oh, hyper realistic mask, da 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 da. But it's not as prevalent in the conspiracy theory community as other things like oh, the elections are rigged, and you know, child predator stuff, and what is it, satanic ritual abuse and shit like that, you know. So it's like they haven't desensitized us yet to mask wearing, hyper realistic mask wearing. We don't really talk about that much, you know. So it's like my god. But see, here's the thing, y'all. It's not even. It's, you know what's crazy about this though? It's not even giving like, oh, CIA and FBI, you know, sort of data collecting. It's like, it's probably like small fish like that are like um kind of in control of like our algorithms and stuff. Like, it's weird. It's not giving. It's not giving like secret society or oh, I'm putting this out and seeing. It's not giving that. It's giving collecting data, but it's like, I don't know what those sort of communities are called, but like it's like, seems like entities in charge of like our algorithm, and it's weird. I don't know how to describe it. I hope that makes sense, y'all. Okay, next thing we're gonna talk about is Kim Kardashian and the cocaine shipment. Okay, so apparently the dude that was in charge of, I mean, the dude that was responsible for transporting the skims is in jail and was served, I think, 13 years. But you know what was so weird about this? When I was researching the topic, everybody had different numbers about how much was being smuggled. Some people were saying 8.4 million, some blogs were saying 9.5 million, some blogs were saying 10 million, and I'm just like, which one is it? I just thought that was a little weird to me. It was a little weird. And so we gonna see exactly if she was involved in that, cuz we gonna see, child. What was the energy around the driver smuggling the cocaine in Kim Kardashian's skim shipment? What was the energy? We have the eight of wands. And then we have the magician. Y'all, oh. See, I love me these cards. I don't use them often, but I love these cards. Okay. He was under pressure, y'all. He knew exactly what was back there, and he was told to transport. Also, okay. So sorry, I'm sorry. I'm hearing stuff. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna explain to you what happened. Okay, somebody was supposed to drive that truck, but they didn't. They passed it on to the dude that got caught up for driving the truck. It was a setup on his part, but see, did he know it was back there? Okay, he didn't know it was back there. He didn't know what was back there. He didn't. But the person that told him to drive the truck. Oh, okay. He was, sorry. He was held, I don't know if I should say this. He was held like at gunpoint, y'all. Like, he was told to drive the truck. Now, whoever he works for, or whoever, whatever trucking company this is, they've already been into some shady shit, right? And so the dude was aware. He knew what he signed up for when it comes to working for that company. They do their back end shit, and he knows about it. But him being set up, he did not know. He did not know. And the person that told him to drive the truck did not expect him to get caught up either. Okay? Now, it's giving very much so money laundering because, and I didn't even ask the question yet, was Kim involved in this? Absolutely. Yes, 100%. Because how the fuck. Anyways, we gonna get to that. But he was under pressure. Somehow, some way, Spirit said he was like held at gunpoint. He didn't want to do it. It was like an ambush, okay, going on. And so he was under pressure, and so he, took the truck, right? And he didn't expect to get caught up, right? But none of them expected him to get caught up. However, I think that the route that they were taking, there was a chance. There was like a 50% chance that they weren't going to be able to slide through, and that they were going to get caught. It was 50-50. And so, y'all, that... Listen, I'm so sorry, but I would be snitching the fuck out, bro. I would be snitching because ain't no way. Now, he got 13 years. That's not that bad, but still, I wouldn't go to jail at all. I wouldn't want to go to jail at all. Like, who are you kidding? I'm so sorry, but hell no. No. Yeah, y'all, he took the fall. And it wasn't his... And let me tell you something. Whoever he works for, whoever did this, whoever it was in charge of putting the shit, they're going to continue to live their lives, and they're going to continue to, run amok. And he's the fall guy. Yeah, absolutely. He's the fall guy. And this King of Wands, the person that is in charge of the operation, he gonna continue to run amok. Like, one monkey don't stop no show. That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. Oh, I'd be pissed off. And also, I think whoever he's dealing with, the dude that took the fall, he it's almost as if like he took an oath or something. Like, if he does get caught up, like, you can't turn on us, you can't snitch, you can't do none of that. Like, you need to almost like expect to get caught up. If something does happen, like, it's on you. Like, you got to take the fall. But I got you, like, because I'm pulling strings right here and there and there. You're not gonna get that much time like that. Y'all, everything is rigged. Everything is rigged. So you got the strings and you get to pull shit so where you could lessen my sentence, but you can't make the sentence cease to exist. I don't understand. It's not worth it to me. It's not worth it. But that's just me. Why did... Never mind. Let me not. Nah, because... I get it. Sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. I think I've compromised my job a few times. At some point, So, it's fine. Whatever. But jail time? Y'all better than me for real. Oh, okay. My next question is, was Kim involved in... Did Kim know about the drugs being smuggled in her Skims shipment? We have the Five of Swords. We have the Magician. Yes. I knew it. Yes. Y'all, they say that family is a billionaire, or billionaires. That's why. That's why. They invest in drug trafficking. I'm not even going to say kid trafficking because, listen, I'm not going to say that because I don't know for sure. But they invest in that stuff. Yes, absolutely. With the three of Pentacles here. Yeah. And then we have the Queen of Wands. And then we have the Magician. Then we have the Five of Swords. And did she speak out about this? Because if she did, she's lying. Spirit's saying she's lying. Um, and she's scrambling to like clean up any ties. She's nervous, or she was nervous about this whole thing that he got caught. She's nervous. She's worried that it was gonna fuck up her business, and also not so much like it being tied to her and people figuring out that she invested in that stuff. Not so much that, even though that was in the back of her mind. It's more so, how is this gonna fuck up my business, basically. Child. I mean, I'd be concerned too. But at the same time, it's like, y'all, like, we too grown to not know what we doing for real. How you gonna do illegal shit and then, okay. Okay. Is it really that hard to not do illegal shit? And it's not like you broke and down bad, girl. It's not like y'all are broke and down bad. Is it really that hard to not do illegal shit? It's getting dark. Sorry, we got a lot more to cover. I'm ready to go inside, low key. It's kind of cold out here. Energy around the driver smuggling the drugs. Did Kim know about this? I already answered that. Was this a setup? I already answered that. Will this affect Kim's business anyway? Okay. Wait, I think when I asked, was this a setup like on Kim's, like, is somebody trying to set up Kim or like trying to sabotage Kim? I should have asked it that way. Was this cocaine shipment meant to sabotage Kim Kardashian? We have the Justice card. We have the Devil. No. If anything, I think it was spiritually trying to this is weird. Spiritually trying to make her dirty, like tarnish her reputation. There you go. Tarnish her reputation. Even though she's not, a lot of people don't like her. It's more so like trying to put dirt on her name. Trying to throw dirt on her name is mostly it. But I think it's like more of a spiritual thing instead of, oh, somebody's being sneaky and trying to sabotage me. It's more so like it's a matter of like being exposed on Spirit's, behalf. So with that, I mean, is this gonna affect her business? I do see some people in her inner circle that don't like her and that don't have her best interest at heart. And so when this hit the media, and also I think one of her sisters are jealous of her. And I think it might be what is it? Courtney. The not the one that's with Travis, the one that has the mole, and that's with, I think it was Tristan. Is her name Courtney? Or I don't know. They say she looks like a man. Listen, hey. But I don't know. I always get her name and the other one's name mixed up. Yeah, but yeah, some people, and when they heard this news, somebody was happy. Somebody was like, yes, finally she's getting humbled. And I honestly think it was one of her sisters and also just a few miscellaneous people in their inner circle that don't like her. Will this cocaine shipment thing affect Kardashian's business in the long run? the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Strength card. Mm, to be honest with you, no. It's more so about her finding like a different vendor or something, a different company that kind of transports her goods or something like that. Kind of like rerouting her whatchamacallit, like where her shipment comes from. It's more so about that. And I think that's gonna actually take some time. So like, restocks might take longer for that reason. But other than that, I mean, I do see, I mean, and if sales do drop, which I think that they do, I think that her sales are going to drop, but not drastically. It's because for other reasons, like maybe people don't have the money to pay for that stuff anymore. Maybe, just like it's like for economy reasons more so. Well, y'all, if you don't mind, I think I'm gonna turn off my camera because it's getting dark and I'm dark, so y'all not gonna be able to see me. It's gonna be giving like just a big black blob on your screen, and we got a little ways to go, just a little bit. Yeah, because I'm gonna be rambling. I'm gonna be talking. We finna be here for over an hour, I think. Yeah. So I'm gonna turn it off. All right, next one is the Chinese mayor resigned because she said that she was guilty of being being an agent for the Chinese Republic, the Public Republic Chinese Center or something like that. Basically a Chinese agent, right? A Chinese agent, okay? So she was a mayor in California. Now, I'm confused because Google says that she's Chinese American. So then how is she a Chinese Asian? I mean, why do I keep saying Asian? Oh my god. Why is she a Chinese? How is she a Chinese agent? Is what I'm very much so confused about. So I don't know. Y'all, maybe I sound ignorant, but we gonna see what's it really giving. So she resigned because she was charged with being like basically like a foe, right? A foe. And so my question is, why did she plead guilty to being an agent for the PRC? I want to love you, pretty young thing. You need some loving. Mm-hmm. And I'll take you there. Why did she plead guilty? Her name is Eileen Wang. Why did Eileen Wang plead guilty to being an agent for the PRC? We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Moon. We have the Ace of Swords. Y'all, it's giving somebody found out the truth and she was she was being blackmailed. Well, yeah. See, and then we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. She pissed off somebody. She pissed off somebody. Somebody was threatening to out her. And so she just went ahead and said the truth. And yeah. That's why. That's why she pleaded guilty. Why was she being blackmailed? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Is giving she was being hold on. And then we have the Star. Ooh, wait. We have the star, and then we have the ten of wands. Y'all, hold on. What the fuck? This is messy, bitch. Wait a minute. Hold on. Were you? Um, I almost want to say, what the fuck is that smell? It smells like something's burning. I honestly want to say, I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong.
Samir?
What? Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, I honestly want to say, is she married? I don't know. I should have. I honestly want to say this bitch was cheating. This bitch was cheating. But if it's not cheating, I think it has something to do with money, or it has something to do with whatchamacallit. I think she cheated something. She cheated. Like, maybe when it comes to her running for mayor or something, like somebody found out that she cheated. Listen, she got skeletons in her closet, and somebody threatened to um expose unless she was gonna give some money, like, or something. Yeah, I don't know, y'all, but listen. Girl, listen, women in male dominated fields, we love to see it. I'm just playing. I'm joking. But you know what, y'all? You know what's interesting? I think that was her past. Her being a foreign agent, I think that was her past. I don't see her connected to, that sort of lifestyle anymore. I mean, if it were ever fucking true. I don't know. But yeah, I think that was her past. It's not giving like she's actively like a opposition. It's not giving that. Her energy is not, it's not giving that. I think that this is a woman. You know what her energy is giving me? I think that, she's genuinely like interested in politics and power and all that. And it's like once she discovered the world of politics and being a political leader and all that, it's like it's almost as if she turned into like a kid at a candy store, bitch. She started going over there, going over here. It's just then she started running buck wild, y'all. She started doing whatever. Very impulsive, very not thinking things through, not thinking that her actions were gonna catch up to her. In consequences, and it's just like she was just running amok, y'all. She was just running amok, and she and she didn't think that anything was going to happen. She didn't. And you know what? It might be very much so her demeanor and stuff. People might think that she's like, oh, she's so polite and so sweet, and it's like, it's kind of like people would view her as least suspecting, almost in a sense. And I feel like she kind of internalizes that. Oh yeah, Eileen, she's so sweet. She would never. Oh girl, she would. She would. What's the next question I have? What was the purpose? Okay, so my next question is, what was the purpose of her being a foreign agent for the PRC and infiltrating the California? And then my next question is, did her being a mayor compromise the U.S. in any way? All right. Y'all, we're almost done. We're almost done. I'm struggling to fucking see these cards. What was the purpose of Eileen being a foreign agent for the PRC? We have the Five of Swords. have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. The Two of Wands. You know something? Okay. Interesting. Let me tell you something. Eileen comes from a very privileged background. I think one of her relatives are very important and very prominent in China. And I also think that because of her relatives or whatever connection she has with her bloodline, they didn't want to disown her completely per se. They just they just gave her a little task like, here girl, like go somewhere. Like, we don't want you anymore. We don't need you. Just go somewhere, girl. But instead of, they can't blatantly say that. So they just said, you know what? Go to America, have you some kids, have you a husband, and just actually have to. Okay, so that was an Amber Alert. I don't know if you read that. I mean, I don't know if you heard that beeping, but there's been a lot of those lately. And I'm not like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's shifting in the cosmos, bitch. I don't know if I should quickly do a brief reading on that, but like, there's been a lot of abductions lately, and uh, what is going on? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is everybody getting abducted? Anyway, um, yeah, y'all, they can't completely disown her because of who her relative is. So they just said, you know what? Go to America, have a good life, and report report anything suspicious. Like, it's giving just, is y'all ever like give a kid a task, like a kid wants to help you cook, and then you just say, you know what you could do? You could stir the pot for me. Just to keep them out of your way. That's what it's giving, y'all. I'm sorry, but that's what it's giving. Girl, they didn't give her nothing important to do. But I don't know. Her relative is very it's somebody that she's connected to, y'all, that that explains why. That explains why she was running buck wild and thought that consequences were gonna catch up to her. That explains it a lot. She, child, this woman is pretty interesting. I never knew who she was until I read the headline that she was exposed as a Chinese secret agent or something. I don't know, but yeah. Pretty interesting woman. Okay, my next. Oh, sorry. Last question about Eileen. Did Eileen, which I honestly think that the question is, I mean, the answer is no, but we're going to ask anyway for the plot. Did Eileen being a California mayor compromise the U.S. in any way? We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Honestly, no, I don't think so. I mean, I guess she's keeping on the legacy when it comes to politics and all that, but no, I don't think so. Y'all, I think she did. I think her own personal ego and all that did more harm than her being a Chinese agent or whatever. Why the fuck do I keep saying Chinese Asian? I'm so sorry. I don't know why I keep saying that. I'm so sorry. But I think that I think that her own personal agendas, you know, was more compromising than her being a Chinese agent. Listen, I don't know what she did, but it's giving she done a lot of shady underhand shit. It's giving that. And her actions and the consequences are catching up to her. All right, last topic, the Bilderberg 2016 meeting. Now, if you don't know what the Bilderberg 2016 meeting is, basically they have the Bilderberg meeting is a meeting that takes place every year where most of the prominent figures, a lot of world leaders there, they get together and they talk about like this, like the state of the world and what's to come next. And I just recently heard that this sort of meeting exists. And I read it on the vigilantcitizens.com, and they covered it, and he was like, "Oh, why don't they cover this event?" Like, but he was making it seem like, "Oh, there's something shady going on." But then when I look it up, I'm like, the news and press never covered this event, which is weird within itself. But you're making it seem like, "Oh, this time something might be different this time." No, they never. The news never be like, "Oh, the world's most powerful leaders are gathering in a room and in a hotel and talking about us." Like, they never cover this. So I want to know why though. I'm gonna ask, why don't they cover, like, why don't they let everybody know, like, some of the world's most powerful leaders are getting together and talking about us, like they talking shit. And I'm also gonna see what were they talking about in that damn meeting, okay? Because they never explain what they be talking about, okay? So my question is going to be, hold on, sorry, I'm shuffling my cards. That vice versa, this vice versa tarot deck be talking, y'all. It be talking. It be talking. Same thing with the Rider-Waite, but this vice versa tarot deck, I think this vice versa tarot deck like me for real, because she be talking. She she be giving me all the tea. Alright. And then let me shuffle these. And then after this, y'all, I'm gonna get off of here. And I'm probably not finna see y'all for another week. So yeah. You might not get any uploads from me for another week, because I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be busy like I ain't never been busy before. And then I could always, even when I get off of work, like I could always get on here and talk to y'all, but I don't be feeling like it. Yeah, cause yeah. It took a lot for me to even get on here now. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad that I did it, but like, still, like, man, it was a struggle. All right. So when it comes to the builder, God, please assist me with this reading. When it comes to the Bilderberg meeting for this year, why didn't the news cover the occurrence of it? When it comes to the Bilderberg meeting for 2026, why didn't the news outlets cover its occurrence? We have, oh shit, I can't even see. We have justice in the reverse. We have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Y'all, I honestly feel like they get, quite frankly, they get told not to cover the meeting. They get told not to. That's why. I do think that there's some stragglers here and there that try and cover the meeting. But then there's, you know, more seasoned people, more seasoned journalists and reporters. They'd be like, you could try it if you want to, but you ought to not say something about it. And I think that the people who do say something about it, and I'm thinking about that article that I read with the little information I found. I feel like they got disowned by media publications in general, and they're just out doing their own thing. But I think that they don't. I'm not even saying that they get paid to not say anything either. They're just told don't say nothing. Like they don't even, they don't even get paid to keep quiet, y'all. Odd. Oh, okay. It's dark. Please, Spirit, don't do that. Spirit just said, shh. like, I just saw, like, in my third eye, someone like, shh, like with the finger. Y'all know how y'all say shush, like with your finger, like to your lips, shh, like. Isn't that like a Masonic gesture, like the shush? Like, and doesn't Rihanna have that tattooed on her finger, her index finger? Y'all, creepy. That's so creepy. But yeah. And also, oh, Spirit is saying that also some of those leaders that are in those meetings are huge media tycoons. Um, they're bosses, like they're boss meet in those meetings, and that's why they don't cover it. They're just expected not to cover it. Interesting. Okay, so what do they be saying though? Like, what do they be saying in these meetings? What was discussed? And please, Spirit, get descriptive as possible. Please allow me to be on the cards, okay? What was discussed in the Bilderberg meeting of 2026? What was discussed amongst these popular leaders inside that meeting? We have the eight. Oh, we have the Eight of Cups. Y'all, they're thinking about selling their property. Um, these people are thinking about moving overseas. They're thinking about leaving. They're thinking about leaving the US and also some of these other foreign countries that they live in. They're talking about water supply. They were talking about the water supply. And they were talking about how like they're trying to go to a more habitable state, and also even a planet was discussed as well. Um Moving planets, y'all. We have the Eight of Cups here. The Eight of Cups came out. It just talks about walking away from something that you're emotionally. Okay, so I'm guessing that you've seen the Eight of Cups card, right? And there's a guy, he's covered in red, and he's walking on these jagged rocks, and he's walking away from these Eight of Cups, right? And when it comes to the Cups card, it talks about emotions. And you can tell that he's walking away from a place that he's invested most of his life in, right? This is talking about wherever these people are, settled. It's talking about moving, okay? And I want to say the US, but it's also other countries as well. Um, Moving away, moving, going somewhere else. What else? And then we have another moving card, y'all. Also talking about investments with the Three of Wands here. Um, and all these bitches, I mean, all these men in these cards are wearing red. Um, and red is the color of sacrifice, right? But I forgot what red clothing means when it comes to the Rider Waite. Um, there's like a whole bunch of symbolism in these cards that was placed there like on purpose. But with the Three of Wands talks about expansion. Um, Again, everybody's back is turned, and it's like moving away from something. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles here. And then we have the Page of Cups. We have the Chariot. And we have the Seven of Swords. Ooh. I think they were talking about Trump. They were talking about Trump. They were talking about the whole Epstein thing. Can you clarify the Page of Cups here? Also, some of these people were talking about cutting funding in inner cities. They're talking about cutting funding. Y'all, some of these people are trying to brainstorm ways to steal from us. These people are so greedy and so nasty and so perverted and so money. They trying to get as much money as possible, and it's stealing. Like they're trying to steal. With the Four of Pentacles here. And I'm talking about cities because I wish I could show you guys this card, but it's dark. But in this Four of Pentacles card, this man is sitting on the outskirts of a city, and the Four of Pentacles talks about, a lack of something. Basically, how I read it is you not having no money, okay? You not having no money, and also scarcity, right? These are cities that already don't have anything, and that's why they're like, oh, we gonna hit up this city first. We gonna hit up this state first, this town first. It's like stealing from the less fortunate. Can you clarify the Page of Cups, please? Yeah, there's more cards here that talks about like moving away from something. Like, y'all, they're talking about stealing as much money as possible and running away. Also, there's a little bit of gossip going on here, about, oh, did you hear so and so about so and so? Also, the leader from, what is it, Iran. He was also discussed as well. And also, I also want to say that, there was some talks about esoterics too, like even as much as like conjuring spirits, and also talking to people from the dead. And it's like people that they once knew, though. It's not like just anybody. It's like performing like seances and shit. But I see discussions. It's not so like actively like performing them. It's like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. It's like, yeah. And also, y'all, I honestly want to feel like there's a little, I also want to say there's like a little bit of festivities there that, are not very normal. I'm gonna have to go because I have to pee. Okay. So I'll see you guys later, okay? And you guys have a good night and happy Memorial Day. And I'll see you guys probably next week. I don't know. Bye.